So there was new AC Origins news that came out 2 days ago. Why wasn't I covering it? I don't know. Maybe because I was fucking sitting there all day, depressed about the fact that I had to go into sixth form, because that's what I started recently. So you can expect a huge drought of uploads. Maybe not a huge drought actually. Maybe just like a few uploads every now and then that aren't going to be there. But we got a bit more information for Assassin's Creed Origins 2 days ago, and I thought I'd do a little roundup of all of it, because it's a bit more that's been released and people haven't covered it yet, because it's pretty small news, but I thought I'd include it in this video as more of a news roundup for the past few days, because I've been doing other stuff really. You know, I've got a lot of stuff on my plate, so I didn't really get around to it, but I'll do a video on it now. So without further ado guys, let's get into this news roundup of all the recent Assassin's Creed Origins news. So the first piece of information here comes from the Access the Animus Facebook page, and it says a new partnership between Ubisoft and Monster Energy will have 4 exclusive weapons for Assassin's Creed Origins, available only to fans who will purchase Origins co-branded Monster Energy cans. Upon purchasing such cans, fans will get a code that will allow them to redeem one of the following items in the game: in-game cash, animal or world resources for crafting, the Dust Biter Sword, the Blunt Facebreaker, the Scepter of Tati, and the Rainbow, a predator bow with a first-person viewpoint that makes it ideal for sniping. I just realized it's called the fucking Rainbow. Do you get it? It's like a rainbow, but it's a rainbow. It's a bow. It's fuck off. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like it's kind of a pointless thing, although it is quite a clever marketing campaign, because obviously people that play a lot of games drink a lot of energy drinks to stay up late. So, you know, partnering with an energy drinks company and having exclusive items that come from buying these energy drinks only give people that play games more of an incentive to buy them. These just giving out exclusive weapons that probably aren't that good at all is kind of pointless. In-game cash, fair enough, that's pretty useful. Animal and world resources is also very useful, but the weapons themselves, I can't really imagine they'd be very powerful whatsoever, especially because they're basically free given to you in the game. You know, you just have to buy a can of energy drink and, you know, you get the weapons. You know, you don't have to look for them, you don't have to craft them, you don't have to search for them, you have to level yourself up, or in the game, you just get them. So, I don't know, I feel like it's just a marketing technique. Definitely is a marketing technique actually, but all the weapons won't be too powerful whatsoever, and I can't say that anyone will actually use them towards the end game of Assassin's Creed Origins. They're just there as an incentive to buy the cans to get more money for both Ubisoft and Monster Energy, so I don't really care that much. But for those that want the weapons and the in-game cash and the animal or world resources for crafting, then you guys can go and buy some Monster Energy drinks if you want to, and you guys can go get that, but I personally don't really care that much, so I won't be wasting money. Each to their own really. So this next piece of information comes from a website called extralife.es, and it's showing a new edition of Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, I don't know how many editions of this game they're gonna fucking release, because there's been countless amounts of editions of this fucking game. But anyway, this specific one is called the Pyramid Edition. Now, I don't know what this entails really at all. It says on the website that it includes a set of 5 postcards from Assassin's Creed Origins. I don't really know what it entails. It looks like it has a big pyramid. I don't know what's inside it. Maybe it's just the game and the postcards. I think that's what's inside of the pyramid. But you do get I guess a pyramid? I don't fucking know. I really have no idea. But I guess this is one of the just like kind of collectibles, because it's you know, it's a unique item. It's the pyramid. The box is a fucking pyramid. And for those that want a snazzy box like that, then you know, you guys can go and get this one. But yeah, again, I don't tend to buy the special editions of games, so I'm just gonna be buying the gold edition of this game if I can't get a review copy, and you know, that'll have the season pass it and all the content I really need. But if you guys are interested, then obviously the Assassin's Creed Origins Pyramid Edition will become available at some point. I have no idea when, but it will probably become available on like Amazon, the Ubi store and stuff like that. So, you know, if you guys are interested in that, then there you go, the Assassin's Creed Origins Pyramid Edition. Talking about things that we released on the Ubi store, there's a bunch of Ubisoft collectibles that have been released recently, one being the Apple of Eden prop from the Assassin's Creed Origins Apple of Eden Edition. You can now buy it separately. A statue of Aya and Bayek. Now, something that I find a bit weird is that Aya is now being kind of promoted as an integral character of the game. Now, I don't have a problem with her being an important character, but I don't want it to be another Eevee situation in which Bayek shares a lot of game time with Aya, and you know, we have to play as her a lot. I want to play as Bayek. I want to build his character up. You know, it's got RPG aspects for a reason, so we can focus on our character. Fair enough, you can have other characters, but I hope Aya is kind of like Ciri in The Witcher 3, where you only play as her for a certain few missions. That's what I hope the case is. They're kind of promoting her a lot recently, and it just kind of makes me a bit worried, but I trust the team to do it right. And then finally, we have the first Hidden Blade limited edition Hidden Blade prop, which doesn't make an awful lot of sense, in all fairness, because if this is Bayek's Hidden Blade, which it doesn't look like, but if it's Bayek's Hidden Blade, it's not the first Hidden Blade. The first Hidden Blade was Darius. That was the first recorded use of the Hidden Blade, so I have no idea what this is. Maybe this is Darius's Hidden Blade, because it looks nothing like Bayek's Hidden Blade whatsoever. I have no idea, but if this is Darius's Hidden Blade, kind of confirms that Darius is in the game. However, you know, I don't know, that's simply speculation. There's no way we could know this was Darius's Hidden Blade whatsoever, unless we had the actual design of his Hidden Blade, and I don't know, but it certainly isn't Bayek's, so that raises the question of whose actually is it, and why is it called the first Hidden Blade? I've got no idea, but I'm not going to speculate any further because I feel like I'm reading way too far into it. So this next piece of information is from the age rating category of Assassin's Creed Origins, and it says a lot about the game and the various different violent aspects. It says that there's a scene in the game where a man's beaten to death with an orb of some description, I don't know what that means, or a child getting stabbed, so the game is pretty fucking violent, even going to the point of children being stabbed in the game, which is something that we haven't seen in Assassin's Creed before, let alone any games really. It doesn't happen an awful lot. It says one sequence depicts human body parts and blood in a cave, another scene briefly depicts a headless corpse impaled on a stake. So this game, it's not holding back when it comes to the gore, which I think is pretty good. It depicts quite accurately the time that it's set. It says the game also includes a mission involving prostitutes and a brothel in which a couple can be partially observed having sex, and yeah, it just kind of, there's some sexual scenes in this game which we already knew about anyway. Nudity is definitely in the game, and I reckon there's probably, you know, some form of sex scene, you know, like in The Witcher 3 between Bayek and his wife Aya, something along the lines of that. But you know, this game is a lot more mature than previous games, you know, nudity, insane amounts of gore and violence, and it seems like it's going for a much darker tone than the other Assassin's Creed games. Fair enough, there were courtesans in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and stuff like that, but there was never actually all-out nudity, so it seems like it's going down more of a realistic and mature route. So this last piece of information really isn't information at all really, it's just kind of something that we all noticed during the PAX interview Q&A sort of thing. Basically, when various different characters are mentioned to Ashraf Ismail in the interview, this particular one being Brutus, you can see he has a little smile. I'll let you play it now. I took this from James's video, I'll leave his video in the description, but if you look at his face, you'll be able to see that little grin.
Gabriel Nee and Night King 997 are curious about other historical personages from the area. Brutus. Tell us about now, or play
the way we create these games is obviously that we like to play with historical events, we like to play with historical characters, and to bring in as many emblematic people to interact with. For us, it's really important because it creates unique opportunities to play with history. So we'll have to play the game to see more of that. There's already a pretty good cast with Cleopatra and Caesar.
Yeah, for sure.
Being there. But yeah, we'll see that on October 27th.
Okay, all right.
That little grin when the guy asks about Brutus, I think it points towards Brutus being in the game. If the game spans along, you know, a significant period of Bayek's life, it's very likely that Brutus would be in the game, and if Brutus is in the game, this also means the assassination of Julius Caesar could possibly be in the game as well. But then again, Julius Caesar was assassinated in Rome, which would also mean that Rome would be in the game too. I don't know, but I still think there's a high chance of Brutus being in the game, which I think is really, really fucking cool, because, you know, he was mentioned in Brotherhood, his armor was in Brotherhood, and, you know, he's quite an important character in the Assassin's Creed lore, and to hear that Brutus could possibly be in this game as a character that we'll be able to meet or even play as seems like a really, really cool concept to me. I'd love to have him in the game, be able to interact with him, go on missions with him. It'd be really, really fucking cool. And that smirk, man, I don't know, that mentioning of Brutus and that smirk, it just seems like, you know, it's not a coincidence, you know. Ashraf laughed for a reason, because he knows that he's added in all the features that many people have wanted for years in the Assassin's Creed series. He knows that he's done good and he's proud of his work, and he can't wait to show it to everyone. So he's smirking because he cannot wait for people's reactions when they see the things in the game. Either that or Ashraf is just an extremely happy guy, which, you know, I wouldn't doubt at all. You know, he seems like a great guy, and he might just be smiling. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was, you know, a little roundup of all of the recent Assassin's Creed Origins information. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more gaming news and content in the future, and also remember to comment down in the comment section below telling me what you guys think of all this information. And, you know, sorry I'm a bit late, I'm just a bit busy recently, and hopefully I can be as up to date as possible with all this new Assassin's Creed Origins information, even though I've just started 6th form and there's going to be a ton of work piled on top of me sometime soon. I can just feel it happening. But anyway, hope you guys found the video informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one.